नमस्ते भाई और बहनों, मैं त्रिशा। मैं आ गई हूँ एक और वीडियो के साथ। वैसे वीडियो शुरू करने से पहले मैं बता दूँ कि आपको कुछ अलग दिख रहा होगा क्योंकि मैं आज बहुत संस्कारी भेष में हूँ, क्योंकि ये वीडियो भी काफ़ी संस्कारी होने वाली है। वैसे हिंदी मेरी काफ़ी अच्छी नहीं है, बट फिर भी मैं कोशिश कर रही हूँ। लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द इंट्रोडक्शन। Well, starting with the introduction, I would just like to brief on what is a menstrual cup and how I found about it. So, I was just surfing the internet one fine day, and of course, Instagram and Facebook pops up with a lot of ads, and there is something which popped up on my feed, which was a menstrual cup. Now, of course, very naturally, I did not know what it was, and I was very curious to know about it more because I am curious about every little thing. I wanted to research more about it, so I did. I went on Google, I went on YouTube, I went on uh, a lot of different articles, websites. I will just give you certain links in case you want to know about it more. So let me just start with showing you what it is actually. This is a menstrual cup. It is very squishy kind, looks like a cup exactly, and it's got a small stick here, and it's entirely made up of silicone. I hope everyone knows what a silicone is. But the difference is that this particular thing is made up of medical grade silicone, which means it is totally tried and tested for medical purpose, medical use in human body. You can search about it, medical grade silicone. Well, I'm going to try and keep this video as short as possible, just being on point, just doing the introduction of the product, because I think the more I talk about it, there will be more questions popping up, and there is a lot of things which I discovered over the years. I've been using menstrual cups since the past 3 years now. Now, going on to where you can purchase it, you can purchase it from Flipkart, Amazon, Gaia. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but I'll just provide it right here. Also, a very famous website. I think everyone has, everyone is already known to it. It's called the P Safe. Talking about the price range, very cheap. Well, the price range for a menstrual cup is usually 500 rupees to 1000 rupees. That's what I have seen mostly, but I think the products which are priced at 600 and the products which are priced 1000 are almost the same. How does it exactly work? Basically, you fold it this way. All right, you fold it in a C shape like this. What you do is you put this inside your vagina, and when it goes inside, this thing opens up like that in our vagina, and then it collects the blood. If you see very closely, there are small measuring points given here. One is 7.5 ml and one is 15 ml. We usually think that the blood is a lot because we use pads and tampons. Also depends on the flow. I will not know much about it because every human body, every woman's body is different, works in a different way. Now, after it fills up, you basically take it out, drain the blood, wash it, and then fold it back and put it in. Just imagine this to be a vagina, and when you're folding it and putting it inside, it basically opens, and there is a suction which creates, so no matter how much you pull, whatever, it will not come out. The only way you can take it out is that you just have to make way for air right there. Like, you just have to do the little pressing over here. So when you press this, there will be a air passage through which the air suction will be eliminated, and then you can pull it up, drain it, wash it, and put it back in. Sounds easy, is not that easy, but you'll get used to it. I explained how. Now I wanna say why. Why a menstrual cup? I'm really obsessed with this menstrual cup because it serves and fulfills a lot of purposes altogether, and I think my life became much easier with this. Let me just keep this away for the time being. The first and the very important positive point of a menstrual cup is that it is reusable. For how long can you use a menstrual cup? 10 years if maintained properly. And just think about the amount of waste you'll be eliminating. It made my life so much easier, and it's very comfortable. When I got my periods, I was 13, I was in class 8. My mother obviously introduced me to a pad. My sister was also using a pad. My mom also used a pad. All the women in my family used a pad. All my friends also use a pad. The moment I stopped using pads, of course, it was a very, very risky thing for me. And it was something which I had to experiment. And trying on something which I never used for since I got my periods was very scary for me. So I took the risk. I did not use a single pad in all these years. I did not have to spend any money. I did not had to worry about stains, and I did not have to change my pads very often. Of course, we all hate periods, but using a menstrual cup made it quite easier and comforting for me. I did not have to change a lot because it lasts 12 hours. Suppose I'm going to work. So if I wear it at 8 o'clock in the morning, I usually come back by 6 7 o'clock. I change it, and then it, like, that's the only time I change it. Like, I do not have to worry about changing it even in my workplace. I am not worried about stains or anything. Another thing, it does not create any kind of irritation or rashes, any kind of bacterial infection. No odor, no toxic shocks. You can pee, you can poop. Well, there are also certain drawbacks. That's what initially I faced, but I don't face it anymore. First month, when the first month when I started using this, I did have a lot of issues. Insert this thing inside, so I had to worry about cutting my nails off. I had to keep my hands very clean, which you always have to. I will not lie, it was difficult. The first month it was, second month I adjusted, third month it was totally fine. So as much as I kept on using it, and it's been 3 years now. I'm just pop open and it just works like that. Second drawback I would think is, it's just, I think, how psychology works, because when I told my family and friends about it, they reacted in the same way. Seeing the blood, because we usually don't see that blood when we use the tampon or a pad. I mean, we do see the blood, but not in that, like, just in the liquid form. So when I talked about it to my family and friends, they were reacting in the same way, like, oh, how can you see the blood? Like, how can you touch it? How can you drain it? How can you do that? I mean, it is totally fine, honey. I never felt really ew about it, because that is my blood that is coming out of my body. I mean, and that is nothing dirty. Like, really, it's totally okay. It's just your blood, and you're anyway flushing it off. So, well, there is just not this much to know about a menstrual cup. There are a lot of things to know. If you want me to make a video on that, I will in the next one. I would just like to say, I'm not promoting any brand, any kind of promotions here. This is a totally me made video. I understand everyone is accustomed for a very long time using pads and tampons. This might be a very new thing to use, but I would just like you guys to know, and to let other women also know how this particular thing is making a huge difference in my life, and also in other people's life who are already using this. There are a lot of people who use this already. The most important thing is that you are doing a very good deed to the environment by using the menstrual cups. So yes, that is it for today. I really enjoyed making this video, guys, and please share this video. Please like this video, share it on Facebook, share it on Instagram, share it with your friends, your family, and I'll see you next time. Bye.